So we just need to have our own private planes.
Everybody needs a private plane. You know, that's...
but your own private airport also. Because you need to... Like, that's the real dream, that you can take off from your fucking house.
We live in Florida. They have those. And like, doesn't John Travolta live in one of those things? Like
He does. John Travolta has a fucking runway in front of his house. Have you seen that shit?
Do you have to have like flight logs or something, or can anybody just fly?
So, one of my friends has a he has a runway in front of his house.
This motherfucker has a 747 at his house, Steve.
707.
707, sorry.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a Qantas 707. And
at his house.
Yeah. He has a bunch of other ones. But what you need to do is some of these are like, they are regulated by the FAA, and then some of them are just like private. So you could fly in however, but once you get up in the air, I assume you have to tell people where you are. You can't just be like, all right, I'm going to go. It's like, whoop, almost did something. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but Florida is one of the only places where you can actually do this.
That is kind of fucking crazy that this motherfucker has a 707.
Why the fuck does John Travolta have so much money?
He was a big deal back in the day, bro.
Yeah, but he was just an actor, right? Did he own a business or anything?
He was the actor.
John Travolta was like, he's an actor since the 70s, like a big actor since the 70s.
He was like who's a big deal right now? He's our Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yes. John
our
Travolta
Taylor
was our
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You gonna go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know what John Travolta's doing now. I'm sure he's... Yeah,
Is he the one that had the... No, that was Mel Gibson. That went mask off a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. Listen, he was drunk. What wouldn't you say if you were drunk on the side of the road and a cop was hassling you?
Oh.
Like,
Wait,
imagine Hassan was giving you shit all day.
When I turn drunk, I just become nicer.
He would, it would be...
I've been drunk on stream before. I'm just a nice guy. Apparently, he gets royalties from Greece. I guess that's where a lot
Greece?
of money. Yeah.
What specifically?
What's the Greece money like?
Maybe they just love John Travolta in Greece.
But like, okay, so in a year...
Oh, no, the movie Grease. The movie Grease.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what did you think I was saying?
I thought you meant like the country of Greece. Like he was just huge in Greece. Like John
No, he gets
Travolta,
royalties
he's made it in Greece.
Yes.
They love him.
Every time somebody mentions the country Greece, he gets a royalty.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think the royalties in a year look like for John Travolta on just that one movie? Like,
I don't know. I just know that like even for famous actors, it's pretty hard to break like I want to say like the $100 million net worth thing because like you're not typically making a buck ton of money on movies.
Yeah.
And you're not making a ton of movies. Usually when actors or musicians start to hit like that big like 9-figure of wealth range, usually it's because they're doing other stuff like investing in some business. So like for Beats by Dre was a huge thing for Dre. I think Jay-Z had Tidal Music and I think something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apple bought both of those, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I know Apple bought Beats.
Okay.
I don't know if they bought Tidal.
Yeah, I mean they're doing well.
Yeah, or like Fashion Line or stuff like that.
But I mean the stuff that that house probably when he bought it was we're talking about John Travolta, is like it probably wasn't worth a ton of money, and like a Boeing 707, that's a plane that they flew in the 60s and 70s, and I can't imagine that would be super expensive. I mean probably a few million. At that,
The upkeep's got to be what
upkeep's
gets you.
going to be crazy. Yeah. I actually went down a little deep dive because I one of my goals in life, I'd like to get a private jet at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, but like it's not obviously it's not a need, but I was like, what is like a 757? Like what's the upkeep on that? So I think Trump has one. I think Trump has a 757. But I like that plane. It has big engines and it flies real well. But you can buy one, like a freight one, for like $5 million. And it'll last you for a while, but every year it's $7 million to maintain.
Yeah, I think you have to do the maintenance, or it can't fly either. Like it's not like you can like I'm just gonna skip it this year. Like if you don't do it, they don't let you fly. Right?
No, everything has to be.
Who's going to tell him not to take off?
I think isn't that what happened to Russia? Like that's why Russian planes can't leave Russia right now, is because they don't have the parts to do the maintenance.
There's a lot of reasons why Russian planes can't do anything. They're
We forget, by the way, we have. Hold on. let me start away. 1 second. Привет, меня зовут Daniel.
Привет, как дела?
Как дела? Как дела? Хорошо. We have Tavarish from Russia here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay,
right.
cool.
He's here to.
Are you also a Soviet plant?
Let's just say I'm from the side.
Wonderful.
Another more southern hemisphere area.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you were. People don't know this. I didn't know this. Maybe some people know, but I didn't. But you speak fluent Russian.
Yes, it's my first language.
And you grew up for 3 years.
Yes.
In Russia.
Yeah, born and lived
for 3 years.
A little bit.
In Russia.
Yeah, so I was born in 87, and this is the Soviet Union. So when everything started coming apart at the seams, my family left. And my dad was from Dominican Republic, so like, that's why, first of all, that's why I look like this. But like, Russia in the 80s was like a really, let's just call it discriminatory. It was super racist. So, they would spit on my dad and me. And, I was tested for like AIDS when or HIV and AIDS when I was born. Because they were like, we don't know where this guy's coming from. We don't, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But we had mafia coming.
Positive?
You know what? That's
Well, why?
I don't know. I'm just curious. You got child support, damn.
Asking all these personal questions. But yeah, what?
See, he's nervous
that
now.
is
Maybe
true.
it was. I would like to know. We don't ask our guests usually.
People
They
need to
didn't
know.
have
Yes.
good enough treatment for AIDS until at least recently. That's
Yeah.
why they had the whole movie Philadelphia with Tom Hanks, is that they can't do shit about it.
That's right.
Now you can live with AIDS, I think, your whole life.
I think it's HIV you can live with.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
Well, you can live with AIDS your whole life too. It will just be.
The life
What
is
is
a little
wrong
bit
with you?
shorter.
What is
I'm
wrong
just
with
saying,
you?
technically, it's
You're
true.
so fucked.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Let's tank this YouTuber's career. Fucking another one down the shitter.
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay.
No, that's. Russia was fucking weird. Like I don't know. I haven't been back since. It's not for any specific reason. It's just like I haven't really, felt a need to go back.
So you haven't gone once.
No.
So since 3 years old, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It was Baka
Yeah.
and no more.
Yeah, baka. Yeah. My mom, speaks fluent Russian with me, and like that's, that's what I spoke at home. My first wife was Russian, and
How was that?
Good. You know, good up until it wasn't.
That does give me a little bit of pause, but that's fine.
No, it's okay. Is your wife Russian?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, I'm surviving so far.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Yeah.
You look, svelte.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I'm eating all the pills I'm being told to eat.
I'm sure.
The iodine
I'm sure she's
is
lovely.
keeping me alive.
Yes. But it was an interesting time for sure. But I don't know. Like I know people that have grown up in Russia. When everything was kind of turning into whatever it is now. And what happened in Russia? One interesting thing is they gave all the Soviet bloc apartments to people. So
Just for free?
for free. So if you lived there, you would get those apartments. But then that became like, now you have a market. So you have all these people with apartments and real estate that they got for free. So now they're trying to sell it to whoever. So they're trying to make money. But then you have like the mafia who's like, everything there was there's like a black market for everything.
Sure.
So the mafia was like a really, really big presence. And then once people started getting all their apartments and everything, it just became this fucking mess. Like my grandma just she passed away, but she had an apartment, gave it to my mom, and then my mom gave it to like a cousin, my cousin who's still there. And apparently it's still a big thing, and like the prices for stuff like that, like Soviet bloc apartments, are going up. And it's just been like passed down from generation to generation if it hasn't been outright, like bought outright by, some mafia guys.
My understanding is that Russia still to this day is insanely corrupt in every aspect of the life.
1000%. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's your
Yes.
I feel like when my wife has spoken about it, or her family is that like it is corruption in Russia has infiltrated every aspect of everything.
So you have to ask yourself, when the president is like he changes the constitution to just become president forever. But he's the president up until his term limit, and then he becomes prime minister, and then Medvedev becomes a president, and then they just switch.
Yeah.
They just switch seats. You know, I mean,
Are you foreshadowing something that might be happening here?
oh, I don't know. I can't look into the future.
Okay.
Who'd you vote for?
Yeah, we're gonna have some interesting times in 4 years. Do you think? What's your predictions of what's gonna happen in 4 years? I'm not saying who's gonna win. I'm saying what do you think? Give us some predictions.
It's like, do you think that there's going to be an election? Like,
That would be a good thing. Where do you think we're gonna be in 4 years?
I don't. Hopefully, in a better place. Like, I don't. Maybe a better place economically. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a little frisky. You know.
Yeah. Like right now, I mean, it's the Wild West, and it's just everything has been turned on its head, and I don't know what it's going to look like. Now, I do know that politicians, they say a lot, and then when it comes to actually doing stuff, don't get everything done. I try to be cautiously optimistic. I know you guys are probably a little bit more like aggressive on the like, well, this shit's gonna suck hard. But
We're pretty realistic here.
yeah, no, I
The
mean,
DGG studios.
yeah. But I think, like, honestly, I've been in the, I've been in spaces where it's like the sky is falling every day, and you look at the political landscape, and it's like it's never been worse, and people are divided, and they're like fighting each other, and then everybody has like this hill they need to die on, and every single thing is a subject that they absolutely will fight to the death for. I don't know. I can't really.
Do you think that a lot of the Republican voters turned out because they love Trump so much, or do you think a sizable amount just because they fucking hate Democrats so much?
I don't think the second one. I think Trump has a cult of personality, and I think I think the opposite. I think Democrats may have. Again, this is just me spitballing, and not like I don't have any data on this, but like I think Democrats really don't like Trump, and they'll vote for anybody, like anybody on that side of the ticket. So I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the average Republican, like what they're voting, like what they're actually voting for. Are they one issue voters? Are they like, do they just say,
For
hey,
you want a lower car tax.
What was that?
You want a lower automobile tax, yeah?
The tax on cars isn't that bad. I mean, it's just sales tax. Yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, I'd like income taxes to be lower. That'd be nice. But like, other than that, I think that's.
Are they that bad for you? The income tax? Like, how much lower would you like it to be? You're a rich guy. I feel like you're not paying enough.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can get in a taxes thing. How I would have no problem in paying taxes if we looked at the government and the government said, hey, we're doing everything we can to the best of our ability, and we have efficiency, and we do need more money. Like, if we had X amount more money, we can help X amount more people, and this is how we're going to do it. I'd be like, okay, I think most people would probably get on board with that, other than like really crazy libertarians. But like, I think most people are, roads and schools, and like at least on the macro level, like on the local level, people understand that your taxes are like going towards the stuff around you. But when it's like, all right, well, you take a lot of money and then it's just throwing it in a hole, and like, I don't know where the fuck this is going. So like, it just
saving polar bears type of shit.
Well, not necessarily saving polar bears, but it's just like, if it actually saved polar bears, that'd be great.
Just feel like it's instead paying for 50 people to study how they might save polar bears.
Or you just have no idea where it goes.
I just have no idea where it goes. Yeah. I don't know. It's not that I disagree with what they spend it on, but it's just like it just seems like a bottomless pit. And then they, whether it's Democrat or Republican, they're like, okay, well, the spending is just keep spending.